Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of her voice. There isn't another feeling inside. When they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride, you and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put them feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with lemons apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations, our motivation. I just want to thank you for my creation. Cause we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all rock for Mama Chief. The dedication, I seen your tears at my graduation. Now look, my your boy that made it. You the reason I'm one of the greatest. Yeah, cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all ride for Mama Chief.
Shout out to Dre Cobb for that. Yeah. Shout out to Dre. Thank you, Dre. Always and forever love you. Hey, Jay.
Shout out to the Mama Chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of her voice. There isn't another feeling inside. When they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride, you and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put them feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with lemons apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations, our motivation. I just want to thank you for my creation. Cause we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all need a Mama Chiefs.
All the Mama Chiefs.
Yeah, we all rap for Mama Chief. The dedication, I seen your tears at my graduation. Now look, my your boy that made it. You the reason I'm one of the greatest. Yeah, cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all rap for Mama Chief.
I'm gonna play this song one more time, y'all, and then we're gonna go
now be quiet, let
something else. Gotta wait on the to get in here, James. Thank you for being the first one to lead this thing off for me. I just want to come in here and talk a little bit.
Shout out to the Mama Chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of her voice. There isn't another feeling inside. When they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride, you and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put the feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with lemons apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations, our motivation. I just want to thank you for my creation. Cause we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all rap for Mama Chief. The dedication, I seen your tears at my graduation. Now look, my your boy that made it. You the reason I'm one of the greatest. Yeah, cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all rap for Mama Chief. Now be quiet, let Big Mama speak.
Hey y'all, shout out to y'all. Great continuation for those that's gonna come in here. And for those that are already in here, wait a minute, this thing might play another song. Let me be sure it don't. Hold on. Okay, I think it stopped. Okay, so y'all see the title. Oh, what did I say it was? Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Yeah, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And for research purpose, always fair use, fair use, because what I'm about to say always gonna always be from my research, from my truth, from my lineage, from my people. So let's not get it twisted. Let's let nobody get my story twisted with your story, because I'm trying to just share so you can maybe can find yourself in the story. Because I'm finding that a lot of people can't find themselves in none of this that they tell. And that's a problem to me, because we know America is the melting pot. We know that America is full of all kinds of people, right? We know that America, the last 300 years, has been English. They call them the French, but I call them Portuguese. And then you got your Spanish, whatever they want to call themselves, the Greek, the Romans, the Moors, hey, whatever they choose to call themselves, because I find out they all are kind of like the same, because they came here. And that's what I say research upon, because any of us got last names, which we always kind of centering on these last names that came. So we just need to find out where the last name came from. Who was the people that came? Because all of these people wasn't already here. Let's be clear. So who was the people that came? The last 300 years, it should be easy to do. Yes, I think it should be very easy for us to find out and for us to do. So, right here, I'm gonna play some more music. I saw something I like. Shout out to Engine Radio. Engine Radio said I could play some of his music, and I did listen to some, and I was very, I was happy with listening to some of the music that I heard. And I'm gonna play one of them. And see if y'all can, and shout out to him, and y'all please go ahead and subscribe to bro, because bro said I could play some of his music, and I just got to figure out which one I just listened to, because I like. Let's try this one, y'all. Well, that looks like a short though. No, I won't. No, let me go to the playlist. Let me go to this playlist. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Hey, shout out to y'all in the chat. Hey, let's see it. Okay, let's see playlist. What the playlist is right there. We got 250.
Article 16, 1.
No, that's not what we want to hear now. We're going hold on. Go back. He got some work on there, y'all. Okay, so shout out to Engine Ready, y'all. Okay, y'all, shout out to him. Go and please go and subscribe, and he don't have no mess on there. I ain't gonna tell you to subscribe to somebody and they got a bunch of mess on their stuff. I would not do that. But trying to find the music. Hold on. So yeah, check him out, y'all. If I can check him out, it'll be all right. Hold on. Not really niggas Big Mama Awakens. What is that?
When the smoke has lifted up into
Big
the
Mama
sky,
Awakens, y'all. Come on. Big Mama Awakens.
we rise up from the ashes and give it one more try. And if we never find out what this life's about, let's dance around the flames before they all go out. Such a pretty flame, such a pretty flame, such a pretty flame, such a pretty flame.
Yeah, I can play somebody else's music. How about that? Ancestors is great.
the smoke has
I like
lifted.
that, y'all. Okay.
Shoulders pressing close to shoulder, let the odds make each heart bolder. Two arms, two arms, two arms in Dixie. Advance the flag.
Because when you're an original,
okay, y'all, my bad.
there's only one.
Everybody came up in here, yeah, y'all. Bear with me, y'all, 'cause I ain't gonna
Because when you're an original,
the white liberal
play around.
differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights. In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leaders. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives.
Did anybody get that with me? Did y'all hear that? Was it loud enough, or did you turn it up enough? So it's something like I always say, that they fighting, they like cousins fighting over the toys, you know, and we like in the middle don't know, but like I say, we're the pawn. We need to get out the way and handle our business and let them continue to destroy each other. But this right here says, a correspondent of the New Orleans Delta gives the following as the origin of the popular song of Dixie. Be this as it may. However, that's what that song was playing from the beginning, you guys, the Dixie song. However, we imagine Dixie has taken too fast a hold on the affection of our people to be easily given up. Albert Pike has written some pretty words to the steer, noting these. I'm hard to read it, y'all. These, the writer in the Delta says, now, I do not wish to spoil a pretty illusion, but the real truth is that Dixie is an indigenous Northern Negro refrain, as common to the writer hereof as the lamppost in the New York City, 75 years age. It was one of the everyday illusion of boys at that time. In all of their outdoor sports, and no one ever heard of Dixie's land being other than that of Manhattan Island until presently, when it has been erroneously referred to the South. From its connection with the pathetic Negro allegory. Okay? Anybody got it? Anybody understand what I'm saying? There's two of y'all in here. Y'all got that? That they put it upon the Dixie to try to put it upon the Negroes to try to do that slave neighbor narrative, but it's a New York connotation. It's so many things that these people done gave us and plagued around to say it was about us, that it wasn't. It literally was not about us. That's why I'm here today because of the fact I keep running across stuff, and I'm gonna always just put it out on the atmosphere. I don't care if it's one person in the chat. I don't care really if nobody's in the chat with me. I'm gonna still do it because I'm doing record keeping, and I'm putting stuff out that I'm finding to be contrary to the mainstream narrative that have been given and taught in these arenas that we find ourselves in. So this is a job for me. It's a real pleasure at the same time because I know too many lies being told, and I'm playing my part. I'm playing my part. I'm doing what I was sent here to do. I am putting out what the ancestors give me when every day they downloaded me to pull up this, pull up that. Yeah, I appreciate the internet. Because without the internet, none of us would be here today. And I know that to be true. And anybody say I'm lying, I'll take that too. But I know for me and mine, I appreciate the internet. Because back 36 years ago, I had to go out to the library to get all of the stuff that I had to get. So now I don't have to do that. So,
music was the vehicle they chose to get them out of their situation. Each had lyrical talent, but they knew collectively they would be an unstoppable force. The plan to bring hip-hop one of its best groups was tragically changed by the deaths of Bloodshed and the creator of COC, Big L. Although the surviving members, Mace, Cameron, and McGruff, went on to have successful careers, many can argue how successful this group could have been without these misfortunes. One of the best groups formed in the early 90s, COC collectively recorded songs and freestyles which haven't surfaced until now. And without further ado, Six Figure Entertainment is proud to present to you Children of the Corn, the Collector's Edition. Music was the vehicle they chose to get them out of their situation. Each had lyrical talent, but they knew collectively they would be an unstoppable force. The plan to bring hip-hop one of its best groups was tragically changed by the deaths of Bloodshed and the creator of COC, Big L. Although the surviving members, Mace, Cameron, and McGruff, went on to have successful careers, many can argue how successful this group could have been without these misfortunes. One of the best groups formed in the early 90s, COC collectively recorded songs and freestyles which haven't surfaced until now. And without further ado, Six Figure Entertainment is proud to present to you Children of the Corn, the Collector's Edition.
With spears and Indian drums is going. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all,
I'm playing some music. Hopefully, y'all will come up in here for
with spears and Indian drums is going. Hey y'all, 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 hey y'all,
This got over here.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Oh, you what? Come on.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
What they do?
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Ooh.
Huh?
What?
You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me?
Oh.
You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
What?
Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here.
That's where some of us need to be.
Yeah, that's right. You better
We
walk
need to
away.
get an
Go and
attitude
walk
with
away,
this
because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down.
Okay? Let me stop.
King Kong.
with spears and Indian drums is going.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all.
Got it, y'all. What?
I'm from the block, so when I call you the block number, it's gonna be a hot summer. See it was written in the numbers. If you want to try this, you call me boys. I'm from the plant where they grow and breathe and see the light. You let them hammers blow, let them see the light. This is war dance, no time for slow jams.
Remember who you really are, y'all. That's why we here tonight.
Blood type, Shinnecock sunlight, wild boys with Indians, Ishikar Sim.
Wake up. Wake up and remember who you really are.
I'm from the block, so when I call you the block number, It's gonna be a hot summer. Mine's mine. See, it was written in the numbers from the book of Moses. If you all the tribes, you come together as one. I'm from the plant where they grow and read to see the light. You let them hammers blow, let them see the light. This is war dance, no time for slow jams. Birthright, blood type, Shinnecock, sunlight, wild boys and Indians, Ishikar, Sim.
I like that.
I'm from the block, so when I call you my block number, it's gonna be a hot summer. Mine's mine. See, it was written in the numbers from the book of Moses. If you all the tribes, you come together as one. I'm from the plant where they grow and read to see the light. You let them hammers blow, let them see the light. This is war dance, no time for slow jams. Dance with the devil. Birthright, blood type, Shinnecock, sunlight, wild boys and Indians, Ishikar, Sim.
I want to turn it up, y'all.
Let's talk about reparations. This is T.I. Watch him explain why blacks won't.
Body snatchers. They shouldn't dance because the body snatchers. Yeah, and sure look. Snatch your bodies up, we up. And in a minute, show because the body snatchers. Yeah, and let the blues. Snatch your bodies up, we up. Off the road because your body snatchers. Yeah, Galveston, yo. Snatch your bodies up, we up. Because the body snatches. Body snatch. White body snatch. White body snatch. White body snatch. Wait a minute. Oh, no way. Body snatches. They shouldn't dance. Because the body snatches. Yeah, and sure look. Snatch your bodies up, we up. And in a minute, show. Because the body snatches.
Yeah, we got the body.
Yeah, and let the blood
drinking.
Snatch your bodies up, we up.
We got some stuff going on.
Because the body snatches.
Shout out to Indian.
Snatch your bodies up, we up.
All right. Let's go back over here. Hey, Pam. Great to see you, love. How y'all doing? Give my love to Kesha. Shout out to the 3 that's in the chat. I know it's more than that. They just always mess with my numbers, but it's all good, y'all. For sure, for sure. So, let's see here where we're going. Screen, okay, right here. Right here. Thought I had printed it, y'all, but I didn't, so it's all good. All right. This is something I found in my history stuff, you guys. And the reason why I'm having a problem with people, because I know a lot of people know who they is right now. And it seems like a lot of agent mentality to me, to be still holding on, trying to hide who you are when it is so detrimental to us as a people that nobody knows who we are as anyway. So for us to know who we are and not making real strides with it, I find some agent mentality moves being there. And I find it to be that you're really not who you say you are in the first place. Because if you was, you could stand on more than what you're standing on. Okay? So, I mean, the way I see it, and I see it from my record, and I'm not ashamed of my blood. I'm not ashamed of who the makeup of my, of who I am. I mean, I've heard so many things. I mean, people judging people by their skin color. Well, if you're dark right here, that's the same way they do with the brown paper bag. If you dark, you look like you more African. But if you light, oh, you got some white. all that shit. I don't, I got the blind open. I'm sorry, I have to walk away. All of that really don't, to me, it don't make sense because we all got to admit, if you right here right now today, you came here, so-called friends who Portuguese came here, and so did them damn Spanish Moors or whoever they say they are. And then not only that, we know they came as colonizers, but at the same time, they're moving people in, moving people out, moving people all around, moving people out. Who the hell? We really got to embrace our bloodline, y'all. That's the main thing it is. We're not honoring our ancestors by disowning any of them. That's not honor. I honor every drop in me. And I don't give a damn where it came from. If it came from Africa, it came from Africa. Ain't nobody going to shame me out. All these lies has been told to us about how we got to this side of the land, from that side of the land, but everybody over here too now. Shit is crazy. But when you know who you is, it makes a bigger difference. It makes a bigger difference. So I'm starting with something that just came across me today, and it's everything is surrounded around the Carolinas, the Virginias, the New Yorks, the Philadelphias, these areas, in certain areas that are key. They're key places, y'all, where certain people were placed to do certain things. And some of our family was a part of some of these things. So what I'm saying is that we as individuals, instead of fighting each other about who we are, we need to prove to our own damn self who we are. Because what I see is a bunch of nothing. What I see is a bunch of crazy ass people ain't got nothing else to do from day to day. Ever since COVID, niggas been on internet like that's their job. And some of them, I believe it is. Okay? Some of them, I believe it is their damn job. Because some of them came right along with the PPP loan. And some of them came with some great information like, wow, where you get that from? So, I mean, I don't know about nobody else, but I see things in a whole totally different way. Because I've been here a long time. But when it comes to talking about everybody wants to identify with Carolina. Yeah, my folks from Carolina, my folks. But that was the fucking slave port that they said it was. That they orchestrated and planned it to be. Right? First out, first in. Anybody know about FICA? I asked about that yesterday. FICA. When you work in stores or something, you know how to rotate shit. First in, first out. So we was the first out. And they was bringing them in. First in, first out, first out, first in. They was taking us out through those borders down through there. Everywhere we at. What? If they was up on the top, they was taking them out over there when they was bringing them in. Listen, this thing was orchestrated. Just like the Wilmington coup. When you look at those men on that thing, you'll see half of those men was mulatto. See, and people sitting here and they try to get color struck. All they want to say, oh, there was the black folks ruling. No, there was some mulattoes ruling too. So we don't even want to consider the tricolor people. It was people that was called the tricolor people that they don't even never talk about. But everybody talk about how somebody was created, or how this and how that happened. But why are we still going through 10,000, 100,000 year story that we know was predicated on lies and put together to mainstream teach us to hate ourselves and to continue to think we from somewhere else and not know the truth. So why should we continue in that, talking about 10,000 years ago, when we can just go 300 years back and find out who the hell we are and how we got to be? I mean, I don't know about nobody else, but it frustrates me to even hear all the bickering and the bickering. It's just like, wow, they really are stupid. You know what I'm saying? They really are stupid, or they just like playing like that. Because how is that going to help when these folks are all around us making plans to do you in, but you ain't got a plan to save yourself? And some of these people are study having babies. Why would you have a baby to be an industry baby? Why would you have a child for them to shoot up with drugs? Do you know that our elders do not live without having hip surgery, shoulder surgery, back surgery, hand surgery? I mean, come on, y'all. This is no way we were supposed to live. So now, this is how it's being done, though, because we fail to take control over our own situation. We want to sit here and say, what is they doing? What is they going to do? What is they going to do? We're not supposed to even be a part of that. We're supposed to tell them what they're going to do. We're not supposed to be asking them what they're going to do. We have become the tail. But niggas still declare they're the head. How could you be the head when you're still not in control of your own affairs? I mean, it breaks my heart to hear people tell me they got to go to work and they working hard. It breaks my heart to hear that. I just be grateful that I'm retired now, which I ain't never worked hard because I wouldn't. I always knew I wasn't supposed to work hard. I was supposed to work smarter, and I did. And I ain't retired with a whole lot of money because I don't give a darn about money. I'm not the money woman. I care about status, legacy. And with that being said, let me thank those who did help me when my cousin David came up on OTK. Shout out to OTK for putting my Cash App up there for a second or two. Thank you, OTK, for you doing what you do. Shout out to everybody who had me in their heart, who wanted to but couldn't. Shout out to you. And shout out to those that didn't want to, because they got that kind of love for me too. Hey, y'all the best, man. Y'all the best. Okay? Because let me tell you something. It was done, and I ain't need no help from nobody. You know what I'm talking about? Just like that. I woke up this morning. Peace, chat. How you doing, love? Great continuation to you. I woke up this a.m. and called down there to see about that little piece of land mama had. And when I tell you, it had already been done. Paid in full. I was like, whoa, you know, I wanted to send everybody their money back. But unfortunately, I ain't have a lot of people send no money back too. Unfortunately. But I thank you anyway, because your heart might have been towards it and just couldn't. But you know, shout out to lady, wow, what's her name? She wanted to share with me, and I appreciate you, lady. I appreciate you. Lady, Truth Lady. Yes, Truth Lady. Shout out to you if you hear me. I appreciate you, sweetie. But, you know, I find it being a lot of fakery, a lot of foolery. And like I said, I've been here a long time. And back in 2019, when I left, I was told, I'm sorry, Mama Chief, it's not what you thought it was. And I really thought it's the same way that most of y'all think it is. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that I met, they thought it was what they thought it was really about tribing up. Because see, that's what the name of it when I came, it was Tribe Up. So I really thought we about doing that life. I found out that them niggas was about their life. They really worry about their life. They about playing. They just like they are now. Same old, y'all. So just different people. Just different people. So, but when I say we need to know who we are, everybody's saying they're Indians. Most of them saying they're Indian more. Then some of them saying they're Hebrew Indians, Islam. I mean, I'm just confused, because I really don't think that all of that belongs. But I don't tell nobody how to, choose who they are. But for me, I'm using records. Some people don't want to use records. Some people say they don't give a damn about those records. Hey, I don't know how anybody choose to solidify their place. But 16, 17, and 18 will help with understanding your folks. Because we didn't get last names until the 1600s. Let's be clear. Wasn't nobody over here walking around over here with last names. I mean, in my record. Let me clear that up. In my record. Right? I ain't talking about your record. I don't want nobody to cuss me out. I don't want nobody to cuss me out because I said that. But on my records, right? My name, I didn't get names, and I can show you on my census. We didn't get names until the 1600s. Around about my 9th or 10th generation. From the 17th down to the 9th and the 10th, that's when the names came in my tree. So I would love, if somebody could share with me, when the name came in on their tree. You see, because even in 1900s, remember the other day I showed y'all, if you're in here, that even in the 1900s, I have some relatives that was Indian, still had Indian names, but they didn't have no last name in the 1900s. So to really just know who you are, it don't take a lot. It don't take to go back to the days of Noah. I'm just saying. It don't take all that. Just need to go back to the 1600s when the England first came over here. But we didn't start getting colonized and all that other shit to the 1800s. We wasn't being colonized like that in the 1700s. You can look at the Thomas Jefferson papers and it'll let you know. We was doing business during those 16, 1700s. But when them damn Spanish Moors or whatever you want to call them, I'm going to call it like it is because I know. When they came upon us, they was the one that did all of this Negro Act. They were the one that did what's that? The Sangre Moors Act. All this shit was happening over there in the slave quarters. All that was them. All that was about them. It wasn't about the Indians. But no, they done mixed in. Now they want to say, oh, we the same. No, we're not. Never have been. And then you got light-skinned people. Light-skinned people standing up there teaching this shit, and they rubbing their skin. Talking about, yeah, the Indians was black. Rubbing their skin, they light skin. The Indians real dark black. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing? See? Because that's that black and more shit. I remember when I first came into this understanding of who I was on this soil, they was showing me them black European bust statues with the niggas with red lipsticks on. Didn't nobody ever say nothing either. But now they done took them out of circulation because I don't even see them no more. But they had niggas with scarves tied around their head with lipstick on. And they was not women. So with all of that, it's like, it wasn't no confusion in the 16. That's why I said I need for y'all to do your records. In the 1600, you find out that your great-granddaddy was over here doing conservative or peace stuff when they was over here having business because they was relatives. I got England relatives that never have even been set foot in America. They lived there and they died there, but they still my relatives. Do anybody got records like that? Can anybody identify? See, this is the problem. And I go back to 1424. But most people talking about I can't go back no more than 1800. Well, you listen. I mean, hey, documentation beats conversation. Now, this right here, and I know a person, I know somebody about these, what I'm finna talk about right here. And I hope they're listening. I hope they even look at this because they might need to know this because they older than me. And they, they gave me this a long time ago. This says an oral history program. The University of Florida, the I can't even say that word, y'all. Y'all know what it is. The monologue. G.E. Butler, the Croatan Indians, y'all. That's what we finna talk about. Y'all with me? Somebody give me something in the chat. Let me know I got somebody in here because I don't see but 2 people. I see 2 people up on my chat. Y'all let me know if anybody in the chat with me before I can keep talking because I can end this now if it ain't. Hell no, I ain't ending. I forgot I'm gonna do my live no matter what. So my sister in here. Thank you, sis. Thank you. As long as you with me, I'm good. Hey, I know I ain't gonna get stuck in the back. Okay? Okay, that's what's up. So this is actually about the Croatan. Anybody got any memories of the Croatan in their family? Okay, so this says the Croatan, this is about a school, okay? The Croatan Normal School at Pembroke, North Carolina. Anybody got some Pembroke, North Carolina slaves or Indians? Okay. It says that the first Croatan Indian school established and supported by who? The state. Hey, how you doing, love? Great continuation. So this is the first Croatan school, y'all. Okay? The first school. I wish y'all could see. I'm gonna see can I might turn the camera on and show this to y'all. So you can see the first inhabitants of the Croatan Indian school. Yes. T-A-N. Okay? So it says it was established and supported by the state. Okay? The state did this. So this is the caption. I'm going to turn this camera on so y'all can see this after I read it. It says the Croatan Indian was not a tribe. Okay? This is what this said, y'all. Don't tell them don't come for me. I'm putting information out there that is necessary because too many people lying and too many people ain't telling the truth about who they is and how they got to be who they are. Stop playing with me. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with it because after, like I said, I done seen what kind of love I got. I don't need your love. I don't need nothing from you because I'm good. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to expose what I need to expose. Those who know I got my receipts, don't come for me. Don't just understand. I'm tired. Just understand. I'm going to go ahead and just do me and put this shit on out here. Okay? Because I'm tired of watching and seeing the bullshit I see. Ain't no Indian business out here. Ain't no niggas doing no Indian business. You can't hear me? Can nobody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Because he said he can't hear. Let me see. What's going on? Hold on. Let me see. Can y'all hear? You can hear me, Sharon? Okay. Enoch, check your sound then? They say they can hear me. Make sure I can hear myself. Can I hear myself? Yeah, I can hear myself. As long as I can hear myself, I'm good, y'all. I'm good. Shut up, shut up. Okay. Check your sound. You can hear now? Okay, good deal, good deal. So, y'all, this said that Croatan Indians was not a tribe. They were a creation of the European settlers as a way of covering many tribes under one banner. Y'all get that? Did anybody hear what I just said? See, I hope this gonna help somebody out. Where's King at? Where's King at? King ain't over here yet. Let me share this to King right quick. Because he got a lot of family members. He's over here having, they won't let him in them tribes, y'all. He wants to get in some of them tribes out there. And these Caucasians are in control. And they not letting people who want to be a part be. I don't want to be a part. I got my documents over here. I got 3 great grandparents. I can go and get on the Choctaw. No, the Chickasaw. I'm sorry, on the Chickasaw tribe anytime I get ready. But I'm really wavering with that because I'm not subject to none of that shit. So that's the only reason. The only reason. 1,000. Keep it coming, big mama. All right, thank you, love. Okay. So it says that they are a creation of the European settlers as a way of covering many tribes under one banner. Croatan, according to the legend, was the only clue that was left by a Virginia colonist when Captain John Smith returned from England to report on the newly settled land. So these was who? England. These was England. Okay? All the Virginia settlers had disappeared. Listen, you see all the other Indians. Is that what I'm hearing? All the other Indians had disappeared. The word Croatan was carved on a tree, and that's the only evidence of that the tribe was left there was called on the tree. It was carved in the tree. That's what they're saying. So I'm finna flip this camera on because I want y'all to see the people who they say they created as the Croatan. Okay, y'all? Bear with me. Because I ain't trying to be in the camera. Y'all know me. I don't like that camera like that. Can y'all see it? Y'all give me a 1 if y'all can see it because I can't hold it up here too long like this, but I got it. Can y'all see it? Y'all see it? Okay, those are them. Ain't none of them brown. Ain't none of them dark. They light, y'all. They real light. Okay? All right. All right. So I wanted y'all to see that. I wanted y'all to see what I'm talking about as I go in over here with this document, okay? Let's see where it's at. What happened to it? Let's stop sharing and reshare it. Okay, we're going in on who these Croatan people is, okay, you guys? Oh, what happened to my tab? Hold on, you guys. Let me find it again. Where is that? Here we go. All right. Y'all with me? Can y'all see this screen I just put up here? The oral history program. Y'all know I have to read a lot. I wish I had somebody to build with me and read with me. But I'm going to read as best as I can. I guess as long as I'm reading, I'm sharpening my mind. Huh, y'all? I'm trying to stay sharp, y'all. Trying to stay sharp. Come on. All right. So it says today is September the 3rd, 1971. I am at the Sampson County Public Library visiting the festivities of the Indians in Robeson County. Tonight there will be a princess contest. Tomorrow, now this is 71, y'all. These people here are still having certain things going on. But remember, you saw the people that it was then. But those people have darkened now. Okay? If you see some Croatons and they say they're Croatons now, you will see them. They'll be darker probably than those people. Okay? It says, while here in Sampson County, I thought it would be feasible to research in the library any material on the Indians of this area. I have here one book written by George E. Butler, Clinton, North Carolina, entitled The Croatan Indians of Sampson County, Their Origin and Racial Status, a Plea for Separate Schools. Okay, I gotta keep my eyes on this page because I don't want to be losing myself. George E. Butler's son, Alvin R. Butler, is the federal judge of this district. Check that out. And is much in the news these days. He is holding a hearing on the public schools in the Prospect area of Robeson County. They was having school issues in 1970 something. Milestone. Great continuation to you. Salute, bro. Thank you for coming on. I saw you said something today somewhere I wanted to talk to you about. Damn, what was it? I saw you said something today, Milestone. I'll think about it, I hope. Thank you for coming over to say hi to me. Okay. So, on the very first page are the pictures of the Croatan normal. This is the picture that I just showed you guys. This got to be the picture. He said on the very first page are pictures of the Croatan Normal School at Pembroke, North Carolina. That's the picture. We just saw that picture that we're reading about. I didn't know this was in here, of course. Y'all know I don't be knowing what I'm reading to. I read it with y'all first, okay? So we stumbled upon this together. So the first Croatan school established and supported by the state. Same thing it said, remember? Supported by the state. There were about 50 or 60 students. There they go. You see them. Y'all saw them with your own eyes, right? If y'all need me to show it to you again, I shall. The copyright date of this book is 1916. It was published by the Seaman Printery in Durham, North Carolina. On the first page is a petition of the Indians of Sampson County to the Honorable Board of Education of Sampson County, North Carolina, stating, the undersigned, your petitioners, a part of the Croatan Indians, living in the county of Sampson, state and foresaid, having their residence here for more than 200 years. Okay, y'all? They declare in their history there more than 200 years. And we're in what, 1917? So they talk about 1700, right? I love timelines, y'all. I got to stay on a timeline because these people want to take me back 10,000, 100,000 years ago. And they wasn't here. And none of these pale skins was here. And none of these people that have made these fake ass books was here. So how y'all gonna take me back that far? And y'all just sitting here, y'all ain't even 50 years old yourself. Ain't nobody taking me like that. I'd rather read something like this and figure my way through it. I don't know about you. But anyway, the undersigned your petition, a part of the Croatan Indian living in the county of Sampson, state aforesaid having their residence here for more than 200 years as a citizen and taxpayer of the county and state equally sharing all the burdens of our government and desiring to share in all the benefits. They like, we done paid our taxes, we do everything else everybody else do. And we citizens too. We want our benefits. Just like now. You want your benefits, right? Who don't? If you don't, you're foolish. Respectfully petition your honorable board for such recognition and aid in the education of their children as you may see fit to extend to them the amount appropriated to be used for the sole and exclusive purpose of assisting your petitioners to educate their children and fit them for the duties of citizenship. See, you have to be fit for duty for this citizenship, to be a citizen for the corporation. You have to be trained. You have to go to their schools. You have to sit at their tables. You have to act like them. You have to be what they call civilized in their eyes. But there's a bunch of heathens. There's a bunch of vagabonds who do foul things to people. But we supposed to be in the uncivilized one. I'm going to tell the truth, and I don't care who don't like it. Traded places with us. And now, from what I see, our people really are becoming them. Whoa, our people really are becoming them. I'm looking at it. Our people can't dance no more. They're learning how to line dance nowadays. They don't have no butt. They want to buy one. I mean, I saw a woman today on the news. She's a newscaster, and I say, that should be a dress code. It should be a damn dress code. No false eyelashes. You're not going to the nightclub, honey. No false eyelashes, please. But the Caucasians ain't doing this. It's these ghetto nigga women. I don't know who they is. But the character of our people have truly changed. And I don't know whether anybody is paying attention. But I'm looking at it, and it's changing. So, it says here that, what was that? Your petitioners will show that there are, according to the bulletin of the 13th census, so the 13th census of 1910, 213 Indians in Sampson County. And that there are, I believe, of school age for whom there are no separate school provisions, over 100 Indian school children. So you saw what color those children were. And so you would see what people they was talking about. But in 1917, I don't see a date on this. So I'm going to have to go and do a research for me to clarify whether these was the 19 Okay, my bad. Can y'all hear me now? I don't know what had happened. Can you hear me now? I think you can. How long have I been out, y'all? No sound still? You can hear me now? I don't know what happened, y'all. How long have y'all not heard me? Can you hear me? All right, you guys, you there? I don't know what happened. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Pam. How you doing, love? Thank you. I'm so glad you're still here with me. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all this right here again. I want y'all to see who's in question they're talking about. They're talking about these people right here. They wanted these children to go to school, and evidently they didn't want to go to the white or the black school. They wanted their own school. Sound like me. I'm gonna read it again to be clear. But I'm gonna turn it on right quick so y'all can see. So y'all can see these people again, and y'all can understand what so we can understand together what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to y'all don't take that no way. I'm just saying so we can really see what they're saying here. Okay, watch this. Can y'all see those people? I'm trying to get it as close as I can. Can y'all see them? These are the Croatons, the first Croatons that they had. Can y'all see them? They real light-skinned people. So they are definitely mulattoes. Let's be clear. They are definitely, you didn't see it, Pam? I'm going to put it back up there again. I'll put it back up there again, y'all. I need y'all to look. I don't know how to make it bigger. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm going to start from this side and move it over. Can you see it now, Pam? It's small, but yeah, it's small because I'm trying to show it through my camera. You have to make your screen big. You have to open your screen up with your finger on whatever device you're looking at and see it. Make it big. Did y'all make it big? Make it big so you can see them. Okay, y'all? Can y'all see them? Thank you for being here, love. Divine. Thank you, Douglas. Do y'all see these people? These are the Croatons, the first Croatons who were created to be the Croatons, who are in fact mulattoes. Okay? Now we're going to find, if we did our research, that's why the majority of our genealogy will say that we were first Indians, mulatto, then what? Negro, color. You know what I'm saying? That's how we was reclassified. But we were mulattoes. A lot of our folks was mulattoes on paper. But what people have not, what nobody ain't said, that they were making, that was the breeding program. See, I figured it out. That was the breeding program. They were breeding mulattoes by way of those women that they were bringing here. Remember the so-called indentured servants, they call them? Oh, you're driving, baby. I'll show it to you later then. Don't worry. But yeah, the mulattoes end up just They end up having cities called the tri-state. DuPont, I gotta prove it, but I ain't got that yet. Because he was passing just like the FBI man name. What his name? The FBI, what his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover. See, he was a passing Negro. He was a passing Negro, right? But DuPont, look up the DuPont Moors. See, and so the flip of the script is to always say black and white. Just like the checkerboard square. Come on, y'all. Just like the checkerboard, the game board, black and white. It's always the flip of the script when it comes to talking about, but this didn't happen in the 1600s. Go back and look at your records and see when they was calling anybody black or white. Go back and look in the 1700s and see when anybody was being called black and white. Black and white is an 1800 concept that was created over there in the colonies, so-called, where they call themselves setting up this little slavery myth. I'm going to call this bullshit a myth. I don't know what y'all calling it. I'm going to call it a myth because I ain't found no slaves. I ain't saying I ain't found no slave record, but I ain't found nobody that was a slave like they portrayed it to us. Because in my understanding of these records were just like the rest of the PNB and Mighty Than the Sword. They made these documents to create this lie. They created these documents. They put these documents in place to create a lot of lies. A lot of this shit about these the stories about how they did this and how they did that. A lot of it is just put in place to create the lies. But we got the truth too. They told us they destroyed a lot of the records, but a lot of the records, they moved them. If they got records in Europe, and we got family in Europe, and we know that a lot of these fires, these things that was going on was staged event. We know that the military and all of that had a lot to do with our demise and the lies and the different things that were structured around the lies that was told. So my point is for us to find out where we fit in. Where we fit in these stories, because we've moved around, they've moved us around, we've moved ourselves around, and we have not stayed connected to the soil from where we really came from. A lot of us haven't. And I just believe in my spirit that if some of us could even connect back to the land where our great grandparents, before it got all disbogulated, before the energies got all usurped, I just believe that some of us would really get that real connection to know what we need to do. But right now we are so far removed. Y'all, we are so far removed from the spirit and the real place of home with our ancestors. I know I am, and I got all my shit, but I still know I'm far removed. And right now, my whole focus is to go to Aunt Nancy's grave up there on that hill over that ocean, over that river, over the Oconee River. Her grave is sitting up on top of the Oconee River on a hill mountain. That's my greatest joy right there, is to know that I can go and lay some stones and some shells and honor her and her greatness that she brought to this land. And all my other ancestors, that's my joy, is to go to their grave site, just to lay some stones to let them know I'm still here trying to do the work that they fought and died for. But that's Indian business for me, y'all. I don't know what Indian business to other people. They be standing on too much of other things, but this is Indian business for me. And that's why I'm here. I'm here for the Indian business that I know my people will call Indian. Now, other people know they people people called Moors, they stay calling the people Moors. If you know your people was Hebrews back then, okay, then be Hebrew. I'm not trying to tell nobody who they supposed to be. What I'm trying to really do here is say you need to know who you are. You need to really know. You don't need to be guessing. You don't need to be sitting around here still don't know. It's late in the game. It's real late in the game for us to be still around here trying to figure it out. Talking about some 10,000 year history. And you can't even go back 200 years. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm learning though. Y'all say I'm learning. I ain't did too bad. But yeah, let me put this back up here. Shout out to the four that's still in the chat with me. I ain't gonna be here long, y'all. I just want to bring this out. I might not even finish it, but at least y'all know. Go if you care about what I'm talking about, go figure it out. Go seek and you find out about those people over in Carolina. Cause see, that's where we all supposed to came from, right? We all was supposed to came from that side, so they say. The slave, from the slave quarters. That's the slave quarters. Remember that. Every time they talk about South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, they talk about slave quarters, right? That's what they always related to us as. But how about royals and all that stuff? The royals was here at the same time. So if you put a picture in your mind and figure out the royals was here, excuse me, the royals was here, the little setup of slavery was here, the little setup in the late 1800s. But no, what about 1855, y'all? Don't nobody even talk about 1855. 1855 over there in Castle Island. Castle Island, when they first, yeah, don't nobody talk about that. But I got some relatives that had their own boats. Do anybody have some relatives that had their own boats that just drove over here from over there? I got some that they tell their story. So this is what I'm saying. If I can find some records, y'all can find them too. And I know because but I started a long time ago. Let's be clear. I started 36 years ago. Now, if I was to be trying to find some records, I'll be kind of, I don't know, because I had to get a lot of my stuff out of the library. I mean, out the archives back in the day. But now, I don't know about AI and all that. I will be searching, but I will be getting what I could, y'all, because technology, we can't be afraid of technology. Let me just say that too. I'm not no computer whiz. I don't know how to do shit on it, really. I just do what I do. But when I say we cannot be back here talking about we don't want no smartphone, we're going to keep a flip phone in 2025. Flip phone was in the 90s, 80s, some damn well. So we got to move with the time in order to evolve. And that's my take on it. If I'm wrong, somebody, if I'm wrong in your eyesight, you can help me understand. I don't mind. But yeah. So, okay, let's go back to the reading, y'all. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, so it says here that these children, now I'm going back up here because I thought I caught something here. It says your petition will show that there are, according to the bulletin of the 13th census in 1910, that 213 Indians in Sampson County, and that there are, I believe, of the school age for whom there are no separate school provisions, over 100 Indian school children. That these children are not permitted to attend and have no desire to attend the white schools, and in no other section of the state are they required to attend the colored schools. So y'all see what I'm saying? Those are mulatto children. Did y'all catch that? Those are mulatto children that they don't know what school to put them in. Because they don't care about going around the white children. They don't care about, they need their own school. Did anybody get that with me? Okay. So then it says that they are a distinct and separate race of people. I told you. Golly. The next verse. They didn't want to be with now one of them because they was mulatto. Too white to be white, too white to be black. I mean, too black to be. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what this is what. I hope y'all can see the picture that I'm painting. Because I've been seeing it and it's coming a lot clearer with these people right here. I've been talking about these mulattoes and I've been talking about the Tri-Cities and DuPont Moors and how that the Moors created the myth of white supremacy. You got it, sis. I know you. Oh man, one day you're gonna get on this thing with me. Boy, what that mean? You're gonna cut it up. But when I tell you that these mulattoes, they was a different breed of people. And they was the one that could pass, and they was the one that didn't have to pass. They was the one that could go places and that others couldn't go. They was the one, listen. This is the myth of white supremacy that the Zodiac Constitution of the Moors speak of. That they created the myth of white supremacy by who? By creating mulattoes with the Caucasian indentured women. Remember, I heard them a few weeks ago over there on one of the channels saying, we didn't bring nothing but women and children. Do y'all, anybody remember hearing them say that? We didn't bring nothing over here but women and children. The indigenous pale skinned women and children. See, that's the other story that offshoots the fact that pale skins brought African Americans here. It was the fact of the so-called indentured servants, women, because they said they wasn't bringing their men over here at that time. They was enslaving the women. That was the story they gave us. But how about not enslaving the women, but how about taking the women and making them into a damn sex slave where they was breeding them. But they said that they couldn't make babies. They wasn't having babies like that too. Didn't they say that about pale skinned women? But what if they mulattoes women? They will have a stronger constitution. The same thing as with Henrietta Lack. Let me go and throw that out there. Because I'm so sick and tired of people using her. Come on. Well, Henrietta Lack was a black woman. No, hell she was. She was mixed. She was a mulatto. So all these people want to sit here and keep using that like, oh, she was something special because she was black. That's not the truth. They lie. She might have been special because she had some black in her. But don't use that and say, oh, Henrietta Lack, she was special because she was black. And this, y'all are lying. So these mulattoes here, they wanted their own school. Okay? They wanted their own school. It says that the white schools and in no other section of the state are they required to attend the color school, that they are the distinct and separate race of people and are now endeavoring as best they can at their own expense to build and maintain their own schools without any appropriation from the county or state. See, this is the way we got to be. We is so, listen, here goes some mixed breed people, got a lot of stamina and a lot of hope and a lot of fortification in them. We'll build our own. But now here we is. Hell, we halfway depleted. Our people are so depleted and you can see it in their mind. You can see it on YouTube. All you gotta do is turn on YouTube and just flip through the script. Just flip. And you'll see some of the most craziest thing, and you see your people. Well, you think it's your people. I don't know who the hell they is. Because to me, all I see is a lot of body snatchers. Oh, I want to find that song in the guy that's something about their eyes. About their eyes. Yeah, I'm going to find it. But, y'all, the purpose and otherwise share in the burden and benefit of the government. That the Croatan Indians of this county are a quiet, peaceful, and industrial people and have been residents of this section long before the event of the white man. See? And with whom they are. See? Y'all heard it, right? For the white man came, but then they know they are of the white man. Now, did y'all get that? Do I need to read it again? Okay. Where am I? They have always been friendly with whom. Well, now read that again. Shit. And the industrious people and have been residents of this section long before the event of the white man with whom they are. They have always been friendly and with whom they have always courted and maintained cordial relationship. Okay? Y'all heard that? They courted the white man and had cordial relationship. Did y'all catch that? Because they are of them. Did y'all catch that? Bab had a show on this morning. Is Aboriginal mixed with Caucasian or white or whatever? I don't forget the title all the way, but y'all know what I'm saying because y'all was probably there. Okay? Y'all heard that though, right? Is anybody hearing what I'm hearing? I'm not twisting nothing. The Crow, wait a minute. Okay. There is tradition. There's tradition among them that they are a remnant of whites, lost colony, and during the long years that have passed since the disappearance of that colony. You remember I told you the colony was only created by who? The Europeans who created them. The remnant of the white lost colony and during the long years that have passed since the disappearance of that colony, they have been struggling to fit themselves and their children for the exalted privileges and duties of American freemen. And to substantiate this historical and traditional claim, here to attend and make a part of this petition. This is a petition, y'all. Such historical data as they have been able to collect to aid you in arriving at their proper racial status. Come on, y'all with me? This is about racial status. This is about a people that was reclassified because they were mulattoes. Your petitioners respectfully show that they are of the same race and blood and is part of the same people held by Indians of Robeson County. Y'all, is this good or is it not? Y'all, could this help somebody understand who they are? I'm trying to help. I'm here for this, y'all. I'm here for this. Oh boy, many of whom were former residents of Sampson County. So now we're talking about some Sampson County. Anybody know some Sampson County people? My tea. Shout out to y'all. Sip. I'm dry over here. I've been reading, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me, y'all. Really do. Though I'm doing the work. I'm at work, y'all. This is what I do. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Yeah, these people also from Sampson County and with whom they have married and intermarried that since the state of North Carolina has been, it's finna give us some serious stuff to consider out of these states right here, y'all. I hope y'all paying attention. I really do. Because I'm feeling like this. It's 13 pages, y'all. And I'm on page 3. Okay? I'm on page 3 of 13 pages. And I'm already feeling like it's finna go somewhere. Let's go, y'all. Let's see where we're going. Okay. With whom they have married and intermarried. That since the state of North Carolina has been so just and generous as to provide special and separate school advantages for our brothers and kinsmen in Robeson County, as well as the counties of Richmond, Scotland, Hoke, Person, and Cumberland, we now appeal to you for the same just and generous recognition. What the hell you got going on? From the state of North Carolina and from the Honorable Board of the Sampson County, that we may share equal advantages. Why not? With them and people of the same race and blood as, come on, as loyal citizens of the state. And your petitioners will ever pray. So these are the petitioners, y'all. These people are petitioning. They're mixed race people. They know they're Indian. They know they're white man too. But they still know that they're citizens of this United States corporation and that they should have the same rights as everybody else. Did y'all get that from that? That's what I got. Okay. So we said they're the same race and blood. And is a part of the same people held by the Indians. So they say held by the Indians, not that they were Indians. Did y'all get that? See, I told you nugget. Ain't no kibbles and bits over here. Y'all got that? They the same blood, same race, and is part of the same people held by the Indians of Robeson County, many of whom were former residents of Sampson County. So now we're talking about Robeson and Sampson. Same people. That, okay, so they intermarried and married, intermarried. That since the state of North Carolina has been so just and generous as to provide special and separate schools for them, we want it for us. So here goes some names, y'all. Y'all, if you hear a name that you can identify with, y'all, please put a one in the chat for me. Let me understand. Because these are some of our people, y'all. Do you believe that some of these are our people? I mean, some of these are our people. Now, here goes some names of the people that put their name on this petition. Okay. North Carolina, and from your honorable board in Sampson County, that we may share equal advantages with them as people of the same race and blood, and as loyal citizens of the state. And your petitioners will ever pray. Respectfully submitted. Ezam Almond, H.A. Boynton, J.H. Boynton, J.R. Jones, Robin Jacob, R.J. Jacob, Calvin Almond, H.S. Boynton, Jonathan Goodman, Lucy Goodman. Come on, y'all. You see your family? Help me out over here. Jeff, who came from Sampson, Carolina? Who came from Robeson? Come on, y'all. Who know they're a little light-skinned and all this? See, this is what I'm saying. We got to embrace this. We got to love where we come from. Love who we are. Because right now, it's too much hatred. It's too much hatred in the earth, and we hating our own damn self. We got to pull ourselves up out of this. We really do. And I'm rooting for all of us. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's see. Where was I? Lucy Goodman, Jeff Jacob, J.D. Simmons, William Simmons Sr., W.J. Bledsoe. Who knows some Bledsoes? Matthew Burnett. Who knows some Burnett? Enoch Emanuel Jr., Gus Robertson. That's a Robertson. That's a Robertson. I'm a Roberts. Yeah, those are, they related. They related. M.L. Boynton, R.H. Jacob, J.W. Fairclough. Any Faircloughs in the house? E.R. Boynton, W. And you hear a lot of the same names, so you know they was all family. Let's see, what was I? Jacob W. Let me see. Thomas Jones, Jacob, C.O. Jacob, Strickland, Goodman. Come on, y'all. Oh, who else in here? I did Jones. Manuel. There's a Jonah Manuel in here, y'all. A West. There goes some West. Anybody got any West in their family? Come on, y'all. Chapter 1, page 8 contains an historical sketch of the Indians of Sampson and adjoining county. On July the 30th, 1914, the United States Senate passed a resolution directing the Secretary of the Interior to investigate the conditions and tribal rights of the Indians of Robeson County and adjoining. Now, y'all, we talking about 1914. They still talking about Indians in Robeson County, while half of us have been reclassified as Negroes by this time. And adjoining counties of North Carolina recently declared that the legislature of North Carolina to be Cherokee and formerly known as the Croatan. They were to report to the Congress what tribal rights, if any, they have with the Indian band or tribe, whether they are entitled to have or receive any land. Y'all listening? Ekimon, how you doing? You West? Okay, what's up? You okay? That's what's up. Welcome. Thank you for coming over, love. Well, yeah, this is talking about the Croatan Indian out of Robeson and Sampson, Carolina. Okay. What was I? Let's see. Yeah, I have to take my eyes off this thing, so I have to find my way. Okay, so it said Congress, what tribal rights, if any, that they have with the Indian band or tribe, whether they are entitled to have or receive land, whether there are any monies due them under their present condition. Listen, y'all. I mean, can you think about that for yourself? I mean, in this day and time in 2025, that we could have some Congress thinking on us, whether we should have some land, whether any money is due us. What's wrong with us getting something in place where we can stand? Because right now we don't exist. We're only blind, dead in law. We have no substance. These people fought for their rights in 1914. But it seems that in 2025, we're laying down, we're not getting down. And I'm not state property. So let's go, y'all. Where was that? Okay. Their educational facilities, wait a minute, no. Whether there are any monies due them under their present condition, their educational facilities, and such other facts as would enable Congress to determine whether the government would be warranted in making suitable provision for their support and education. In the conformity with this request, the Secretary of the Interior called an investigation to be made by a special Indian agent. Come on, y'all. They had this to be done for them. Had a special Indian agent. His name was O.M. McPherson. His report, dated September 19, 1914, is quite full, showing a careful investigation of the grounds as well as the historical research. This report was submitted by the Secretary of the Interior to the President of the Senate of January the 4th, 1915. Now, do you think that there could be a research or report done on you and your family that would make them know who you are today? What you think, y'all? Oh, you're gonna be coming over with me? Oh, I'm gonna be coming on for you too. If you come, I'll definitely come and make something happen. Because I got plenty of work. I got plenty of work. And I would love to have somebody to come up and build with me who can build without confrontation. So think about that, Echo. El Kimon, did I say it right? Did I say it close enough to get past? El Kimon, Kiamon, El Kiamon. Did I do it right? Huh? Okay, you guys. Thank you so much. I did. El Kiamon, I got that. Yeah, I'm pretty good with these names. See, I'm a real Indian. I can read this stuff. I can read it. That's why they had to change it to something they could spell and read, because they couldn't read what we could do. You know, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Okay, here we go, y'all. So, his report dated, okay, no, I did that. This report was submitted by the Secretary of the Interior to the President of the Senate in January the 4th, 1915, and is entitled Report on the Condition on and Tribal Rights of the Indians of Robeson and Adjoining Counties of North Carolina. So let's be clear right here, right quick. It was about the Robeson, all the Indians. Let's get that clear. All the Indians of Robeson County, not just the Croatoan. Oh, yeah, did y'all get that, or did I miss something? Because we're talking about some mulattoes who was the Croatoan. But then when you think about all those counties that I read up there, remember all them counties? All them counties was also mulattoes. Did y'all catch that? Come on, y'all. Did y'all catch that? All of those counties, we talk about mulattoes and we talk about these Indians right here in Carolina. So it says, and the surrounding of North Carolina. So I got the fact that North Carolina was the breeding hold for those mulattoes. Did y'all see it? There you go. Let's go back at it. Okay, we got, what was these counties there? Hoke. What was the counties there right here? I gotta find these counties right quick. There it is right now. Okay, here we go, y'all. Provide special and separate schools advantages for our brothers and kinsmen in Robeson County, as well as in the counties of Richmond, come on, y'all, Scotland, Hope, Person, and Cumberland. We now appeal to you for the same just and generous recognition from the state of North Carolina and from your honorable board in Sampson County. So see, those are the same people. They talking about all their people, that we may share equal advantage with them as people of the same race and blood. Come on, y'all. Y'all see what I'm talking about? And as loyal citizens of the state, and your petitioners will ever pray. So these are the petitioners, the names that I just read out, but they are all about North Carolina mulattoes. Did y'all get that? That was the breeding place. Okay, chapter 1. Back over here. It says that recently declared that the legislature of North Carolina to be the Cherokee and formerly known as the Croatoan. So they took the Crow. They took. Did y'all hear it? They took The European made up mulatto Crotons. Ooh, wee. Y'all better go. Ooh, wee. They took the Croton and made them the Cherokee. Did y'all hear that shit? Did y'all hear that? Let me do it again. Watch this. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. It says let me see, the Interior to investigate the condition and tribal rights of the Indians of Robeson and the adjoining counties. Those all them counties I named. So all of them adjoining counties have these same blood race people, right? Y'all following it, right? That's what it said. Investigate the condition of the tribal rights of the Robeson County and the adjoining counties of North Carolina. North Carolina, period. So all these lies we keep getting from everybody about the North and South Carolina and all this, listen, y'all. They was using these different states and that they had created for different things like this. Breeding program. It says that the North Carolina to be Cherokee now, which Cherokee and formerly known as the Croatan. So the legislature declared that they be Cherokee who are formerly known as Croatan. Did you get it? Did you get it? They were to report to the Congress with tribal rights, if any, they have with the Indian band or tribe, whether they are entitled to have or receive any land, whether there are any monies due them under their present condition, their educational facilities, and such other facts as would enable Congress to determine whether the government would be warranted to making suitable provision for their support and education. In conformity with this request, the Secretary of the Interior called the investigation to be made by a special Indian agent, O.M. McPherson. His report dated September 19, 1914 is quite full, showing a careful investigation of the grounds as well as historical research. This report was submitted by the Secretary of the Interior to the President of the Senate on January the 4th, 1915, 10 years after my grandmama was born, and is entitled, she was 10 years old when they did this, okay? That's why she looked like that up there now, because she was mad as hell. Report on condition that the tribal rights of the Indians of Robeson County and the adjoining counties of the North Carolina. This report contained 252 pages, y'all, from which we have gathered much information embraced in this historical sketch. We have examined the booklet prepared by the Honorable Hamilton Macmillan of Fayetteville, North Carolina, who made an extensive study and investigation of this Croatan entitled Sir Walter Raleigh, Lost Colony. Come on, y'all. Now, we know in 1905, they done brought in hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Caucasians through Ellis Island. They came in 1905. So here we is in 1915. We got these crackers over here trying to figure us out. Trying to they over here placing Caucasian or mulattoes in place to say they are the Cherokee. Did you see that? Did anybody see what I'm saying right now? I'm saying, y'all, come on. Okay. Nobody see it. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'll see it later on. Okay. So the 252 pages gather much information embraced in this historical sketch. We have examined the booklet prepared by Honorable Hamilton Macmillan of Fayetteville, North Carolina, who made an extensive study and investigation of the Croatans. Now they Croatans, but they're going to be the Cherokee. Y'all remember that, right? They're going to be those Cherokees. So the Croatons, it'd be safe to say the Croatons became the Cherokee. Y'all got that, right? Entitled Sir Walter Raleigh's Lost Colonies. Okay, now that's a whole new, ooh wee. What's Sir Raleigh? So, okay, are y'all connecting these dots? It looks like they're saying that those, because you remember, this Croatan school was only made up of the European settlers, and it was only created to cover many tribes under one banner. That's why they named them the Croatan. Then they breaking away saying now they the Cherokee. Are y'all seeing what I'm trying to show you? Okay. Where am I? Okay, his report. Wait a minute. No. Right here. Okay, who made an extensive study and investigation of the Croatan entitled. Okay, but this Sir Walter Raleigh, the lost colony. Somebody need to do research on that, because that is, oh boy, I got that. We have examined the sketch entitled The Lost Colony of Roanoke. See? Roanoke. Now that's Virginia, right? Roanoke is Virginia, right? Y'all know I be stressing over this shit. It's Fate and Survival by one of our state historians, Honorable Stephen B. Wheat. Y'all, these are your relatives. Somehow these are somebody's relatives down through here. Let's be clear. That's why I'm calling these names out. I need for people to identify so we can clean up the mess. We have also examined Samuel A. Ash history. So all these are histories, y'all. Y'all hear me? You got Samuel, a historian. You got Honorable Steve Wheat. You got Samuel A. Ash. He got history of North Carolina. Volume 2 of Hull's history, HULLS, history of North Carolina. Y'all, these are some histories that will help people identify with themselves that I ain't never heard of. So I'm sharing them, y'all. I'm sharing them. Please take notes if you can. When you come over here, you have to have your notepad and your pen. El Kiaman, you gotta have your notes. You gotta, because I be reading a lot too. Okay, where am I? So the Hall's history of North Carolina and a work entitled Handbook of American Indians. Y'all hear those? Y'all, those are some sources, y'all. Handbook of American Indians, the historical records, the family history and traditions, information attainable from the United States Census in 1910 in the school, and tax records of Sampson County. Those are ways of getting records, y'all. Okay? Through tax records, through the school system. Anybody searching and trying to find records, these are key elements of records that can prove your identity, can prove your people where they were and what they were doing. Okay? The Croatan Indians comprise a body of mixed blood people residing chiefly in Sampson, Robeson, come on y'all, Bladen, Columbus, Cumberland, Scotland, Richmond, and Hope County in North Carolina. So the North, yeah. Oh, we were just all in my head, y'all. I just saw it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Y'all see what I just saw? The mulattoes all over north. The north. Remember, the north is where they be. The north. And then the slavery was in the South Carolina. Y'all get that? North Carolina was where, oh my goodness. Y'all better see what I see. I ain't gonna even tell you. I want y'all to see that. Do y'all see it? That shit is amazing. That's how they did it. North and the South. Carolina. South Carolina. Yeah. Y'all see it? Y'all ain't saying nothing in the chat. Maybe y'all meditate. Didn't mean. I see it clearly. Let me do it again. Hold up. Hold up. What was that? The Croatan Indians comprise a body of mixed blood people. I like that, y'all. I like to say that. Y'all see that? Mixed blood people. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they are mixed blood people. Okay? Residing chiefly in Sampson, Robertson, Bladen, Columbus, Cumberland, Scotland, Richmond, Hope. Is that all the counties of North Carolina? Would that be the whole of North Carolina? I'm just saying, I got to find out how many counties they got in North Carolina. Because right now I'm seeing where all of these mulatto was. Okay? And this is after the Reconstruction. This is literally after all of the slavery and all of that done happened. This is 1900 that we're dealing with this situation of them. So what was it back then, though? This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at they got all these here mixed breed people right here. How did they get so mixed in the 1900s? Is this a new mixing? Would this be the new mixing? Because okay, to see, I gotta go back to this is crazy. Okay, y'all. The Croatan Indians comprise a body of mixed blood people residing chiefly in these counties. We went there. They are called red bones, y'all. Okay? Wait a minute. It says in Hope counties in North Carolina and in Sumter, Marlboro, and Dillon County. Oh, hold up. There goes some in South Carolina, y'all. Sumter, Marlboro, Dillon. Those are South Carolina. So they was even in the South Carolina too. Red bones. Yeah. So they were in South Carolina too. That's probably the top of South Carolina. Those counties there are probably the top. Okay? Or the bottom, however you see it. Okay, so it says in the wait. Now wait a minute. Let me go back out here. They are called red bones in the South Carolina, but probably belong to the same type of people residing in North Carolina. And so the Carolina niggas called them red bones, okay? In the 11th census, 1890, under the title North Carolina Indians, they are described as generally white. Y'all got this? Or y'all riding with me today? They are considered white on the 1890 census. So the 1890 census, all them white folks was Croatan mulattoes from North Carolina. Y'all get me? That's what it said. Okay, let's see. That's what it says, y'all. It said they all, let's see. The 1890 census, they all white folks, but they are supposed to be Indians. So this is how the Indians became white. Let me see. Showing the Indians mostly in the action of and habit. They are enumerated by the regular census, enumerated in part as white or clannish. Wait a minute, I ain't never seen no clan. What's clannish? And hold with considerable pride the tradition that they are descendants of the Croatan, a fake tribe of the Raleigh period in North Carolina and Virginia. They are described in a handbook of American Indian as the people evidently of mixed Indian and white blood, found in various sections of the eastern part of the North Carolina, particularly in the Robeson County. It is also stated that for many years they were classed with the free Negroes, but steadfastly refused to accept such classification or to attend Negro schools or churches. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that, right? That's racism in its best right there. They didn't want to be around no Negroes. So the Negroes and those fake made up Croatines, that was a race battle right there. Do y'all see the race battle? Way up there, they didn't want to go to their school. They didn't want to go to white school either. They wanted their own. Okay, let's see where we at. Okay, so they claiming to be descendants of the early native tribe and white settlers who had intermarried with them. A bulletin of the 13th census, 1910, of North Carolina showed their number to be as follows: Bladen County, 36; Columbus County, 12; Cumberland County, 48; Scotland County, 74; Union County, 10; Harnett County, 29; Sampson County, 213; and Robeson County, 5,895. The total in North Carolina was 6,317 in 1910. I hope y'all enjoying this. The Indian office in Washington had no knowledge of the existence of the Croatan Indians until the latter part of the 1888, when that office received a petition sent by 54 of these Indians, describing themselves as part of the Croatan Indians living in Robeson County, claiming to be remnants of whites' lost colony. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, hold up. Y'all remember Sir Walter Raleigh lost colony? Those was his white folks made it with those Indians to make those mulattoes, what they say. So, what color was they? What color was Sir Walter Raleigh? What color was the Indians that he made it with? I mean, what color was all these people? Wow. The Croatans made it perfectly clear that they made it with the white man, and that made them mulattoes. That's what it, yeah, right? So Sir Walter Raleigh them had to be the Caucasians. So, but it looks like, from what I understand, the whole county of North Carolina turned to be mulattoes. Do anybody see what I'm looking at? I'm just looking at the picture from my eyes, from my mind's eye. Is anybody using their mind's eye right now? Yeah, the Croatans is a made-up tribe. You say, so the Croatans are a misnomer. No, they just a made-up tribe, period. So the Croatans are not the real name. No. That is the real name, but they're not a real people. They're just a mulatto people that was created by the Caucasians. And they was left as a mark to be the Croatans, but the Croatans were turned into the Cherokee. That's what I understand. Yeah, it's wicked, ain't it? It is wicked for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. So, the Walter Riley, that Walter Riley lost colony was those lost crackers, Caucasians. Let me start with that. Because they're going to be family members. Let me start. I mean, y'all, I'm just trying to be real with it, y'all. I swear. We got to get this, y'all. We got to get it. But Sir Walter Raleigh then was the lost colony that made it with the indigenous people, and they created a tribe called the Croatan because they was mixed breed, red bones, if you will. Okay, let me go back down here. Okay, let's see where I was. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, I went too far off, y'all. Y'all still with me? Okay, okay, here we go. Okay, so the tax record, let's see, the Croatan Indians comprise the body of mixed people. Okay, I did that. Okay. Okay, here we go, right here, I think. The Indian, yeah. Okay, the Indian office of Washington, okay, they had no existence. They didn't even have no idea they existed, okay? Uh, so the remnant of the white lost colony and the petitioning Congress for aid. On January 11, 1889, the directors of the Ethnological Bureau, in response to this petition, y'all see what I'm saying? They got a response to their petition. Why is it that we ain't done nothing? I'm just saying, this is crazy. Reply, I beg leave to say that Croatans in 1585 was the name of an island. Y'all got me? In 1585 was the name of an island, an Indian village just north of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. White's colony of 120 men and women had landed on Roanoke Island, just to the north, in 1587. And in 1590, when White returned to revisit the colony, he found no trace of it on Roanoke Island, save the name Croatan, carved upon the tree, which, according to the previous understanding, was interpreted to mean that the colonists had left Roanoke Island for the Croatan. No actual trace of the missing colony was ever found, but more than 100 years afterward, Lawson obtained additional information from the Hatteras Indians, which led him to believe that the colonists had been that the colonists had been incorporated with the Indians. It was thought that traces of the white blood had been discovered among the Indians, some having gray eyes. It is probable that the greater number of the colonists were killed, but it was quite quiet in keeping with the Indian uses that the greater or a lesser number, especially women and children, could have been made captive and subsequently incorporated into a tribe. What say you in the chat? What y'all got? Okay. Y'all with me still? How long I been on? Okay, I'm gonna read a few more pages. I'm on page 5. It's 13 pages to this story, y'all. Okay? A tradition among these Indians was that their ancestors was white people. Part of Governor White's laws colony, who amalgamated with the Hokie Indians and afterwards moved to the interior where they now reside. Okay, it just dawned on me what was said about the Cahokia Island, the Croatan Island. Y'all remember that just then, just a few steps back, when he said that Croatan was an island over in the Carolina. So when he came back and he didn't see his white people, he figured that was a sign where they had carved in the tree Croatan, that's where they was going, to the Croatan Island. Did y'all receive that? Yeah, that's what he said, that's what that message was to him, that they was gone to the Croatan Island. Okay, so It is a matter of common knowledge that the Indians are a people of tradition, being entirely destitute of written records. These traditions would be of little value were they not supported by the authentic historical data. Governor White left a colony of 120 men and women from England on Roanoke Island in 1587. When he returned in what? He returned 3 years later and he found no trace of them. Okay, that's what I was just saying. So save the word. So when he saw the word without any cross or sign of distress about the word, for he had the understanding that if any misfortune came to them, they should put a cross over the word. So they had symbol. Y'all hear that? He had told them to put a cross over the word if they was in distress or anything. So it wasn't nothing there. So he knew that it was all right with them. So for he had the understanding that if any misfortune came to them, they should put a cross over the word. One of the earlier maps of the Carolina coast, which appears in Leaders Travelers. Anybody ever heard of Leaders Travelers? It's a lot of nuggets in here, y'all. I told you. Leaders Travelers. I bet you'll get some names and everything off of that. Leaders Travelers. I ain't even making notes. I'm gonna have to go back through here and get my notes off of here. Prepared in 1666, y'all. The Leaders Travelers was prepared in 1666, which is a map of Carolina, of the coast of Carolina. Okay, y'all? It says one of the earliest maps of the Carolina coast, which appears in the Leaders Travelers, which was prepared in 1666. Who's seen that map before? 1666 map. Yeah, I gotta write that down because I swear I gotta find that. Of Carolina, yeah, no, what's that? North Carolina, yeah. All right, y'all. Look, so represents the Croatan as an island south of Cape Hatteras. Croatan is part of the mainland directly west of Roanoke Island. Governor White indicates that the colony originally removed to Croatan and not to Croatan. Okay, he spelled it, he got an O-A-N in it, not just the T-A-N, like I told you when you first came in here and I spelled it with the T-A-N. He got O-A-N. That's how he spelled it on the map, I think. So it says the term Croatan or Croatan was applied by the English to defend this friendly tribe of Manteo, whose chief abode was on the island southward from Roanoke. The name Croatan seems to indicate a locality in the territory, claim of Mantor and his tribe. Manteo was one of two friendly Indians and who had been carried to England by Sir Richard Grimble. See these names right here, Sir Richard? I got a lot of sirs and ladies in my tree, y'all. And so do you, because these people came here. You see it. Sir Walter Riley and them. Yeah. So, and returned with Governor White on the occasion of his first voyage in 1587. So, they're saying 1587, the first white voyage came here, not through Ellis Island. So these are supposedly the first contact from what they're saying for over there in that territory, because they made it with the so-called Croatan Indians. Governor Weiss indicates that the colony originally removed to Croatan and not, no, wait a minute, my bad. I started reading that too fast. The Manitow, I believe that, was one of the two friendly Indians who had been carried to England. I read that already too, didn't I, y'all? Macmillan in his pamphlet says it is evident from the story of Governor White that the colonists went southward along the coast of Roanoke of Croatoan Island, near a part of the Cataract County in North Carolina, and distance about 100 miles in the direct line from Albemarle Sound. I don't know nothing about none of the places, y'all. Dr. Hogg in his history speaks of this tribe as the Hatteras Indians. From the first appearance of the English, relations of the most friendly character were known to exist between the tribes and the colony. Manteo was their chief. The Hatteras Indians are described in the Handbook of American Indians as follows: Hatteras, an Algonquin tribe living in 1710 on the sandy banks about the Cape Hatteras in Pamlico Sound, frequently Roanoke Island. Their single village and bank has only about 80 inhabitants. They show traces of white blood and claim that their ancestors were white. They may have been identical with the Croatan Indians, with whom Raleigh's colonists at Roanoke Island are supposed to have taken refuge. Y'all with me here? We talking about the white Indians over here in North Carolina. John Lawson was an early English explorer who left a permanent record of his travels among the tribes of North Carolina. He commenced his journeys on November the 28th, 1700. Lawson's history of North Carolina is regarded as the standard authority for the period he covered, and he states that there was a band of Indians in the eastern part of North Carolina known as the Hatteras Indians that lived in Roanoke Island. They told him that many of their ancestors were white and in a book, could talk in a book, and could talk in a book. Y'all, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know. We have to be careful with the term white people. That meant a Moor or dark European. Dark Spaniards, dark skinned British at that time period before the pale face had a say. Well, actually, white was a status of owning land and being of good status per the Spanish caste system of 1800. So this black and white shit that's in these documents, this is new writing because prior to 1790, those census, all royals was considered white. All slaves was considered black. There was no such thing as dark and all that like they doing now. The black, black, black. Yeah, that's all Spanish, and I agree. Yes, indeed. Okay, so these Indians of North Carolina, I don't know about nobody else, but what I'm understanding, all the Indians of North Carolina seem to have had the concept that they was white. Of complexion. So let's see. Lawson's history of North Carolina is regarded as the standard authority for the period of covering, and he states that there was a band of Indians in the eastern part of North Carolina known as okay, I read that already. I'll be getting back over. Okay, let's see where we at, y'all. We may reasonably suppose the English were forced to cohabitate with them, and that in the process of time they conformed themselves to the manner of their Indian relations. Sam Lawson traveled among the Indians of North Carolina before they had come in contact with any of the white settlers, and found the same tribe of Indians residing in the south side of the Neuse River as the Corey tribe. One of the head men of this tribe was an Indian of the name of Will, who traveled several days with Lawson and his guide. Speaking of his Indian, Lawson said, our guide and landlord, Will, had the best and most agreeable temper that I ever saw within an Indian, being always ready to serve, not out of the gain, but real affection. Lawson had within him his Bible. The Will was accompanied by his son, Jack, 14 years old, a son named Jack, an Indian son named Jack. They got in contact with the with the Caucasians, as they said. Now he got an Indian son named Jack. Will requested that Lawson teach his son to talk in a book. They talked in a book and to make paper speak, to write. Oh, y'all see that? Talk in a book and to make the paper speak, so they write, to write. From McPherson's report commenting on the above, we copy as follows. The presence of the gray eyes and the fair skin among these people in Lawson's time cannot be explained on any other hypothesis than that of amalgamation with the white race. Lawson wrote in 1709 that a tradition among the Hatteras Indians stated that their ancestors were white, who could talk in a book, and that they valued themselves extremely for their affinity to the English and were ready to do all friendly offices. I have already referred to the fact that Will, a Corey Indian who had been raised on the coast and was probably nearly 17 years of age when he acted as Lawson's guide. Wait a minute, I thought you just told a lie. Wait a minute. Didn't he say that that man had a son 14? See, I be Indian of the name of Will, who traveled several days with Lawson and his guide. Speaking of his Indian, Lawson said, our guide and landlord, Will, had the best and most agreeable temper. Will had a son 14 years old, but how he get to be 17? Oh, well, they just telling stories, I guess, y'all. Never mind me and my mind. Y'all still with me? How many of y'all in here? I'm on the 6th page, y'all. I'm about ready to. Let's see here. Speaking of the language of this people, Mr. Macmillan said the language spoken is almost purely Anglo-Saxon, a fact which we think supports evidence of their relation to the lost colony of whites. Saxon is used for man. Father is pronounced Fader, Fayther, and a tradition is usually begun as follows. Mon, my father, told me that his father told him. Mention is, y'all look, they using some words, so I ain't finna play with them words. Y'all, this is a good read. It's a PDF, and I don't know where in the heck I got it from. So let's see here. I'm finna stop sharing this. Where y'all at in the chat? I don't even know how. Who in the chat with me? We have to be very careful. Okay, I think that's enough. Here, got to get ready for school tomorrow. Okay, love. Hey, good night. And I appreciate y'all for being here, y'all. Everybody who came in, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna probably play a couple songs. And yeah, let me see how long I've been on here, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I hope I said something and shared something that y'all can obtain to, because we need to know who we is. We need to know who is really, who we mixing with, who who we really got babies with, y'all, for real. So I'm gonna say good night to y'all too. Appreciate y'all for hanging in with me. Peace and love. Peace and love. Let me see, can I find me a song to play here? Time to wake up. Yeah, y'all. Thank you so much for coming over. Let me get out of here.